Rainollon here. Today is another little showcase, and it's the Arca Scisco. So today I'm going to show you two builds for the Arca Scisco, and let us immediately start. Let's start with the first build, which I'm going to show you in Simulacrum. The second one I'm going to show you in game. So let's start with the first one. First one is the Acuity setup. This is a setup I am trying to figure out how to make it better than ever, but I still can't, and I still think the multi-shot setup is much better. But hey, if you really like pistol accuracy on your pistols, go for it. I think it's viable. So the mods I'm using: Gunslinger, which gives you a lot of fire rate; Magnetic Might, which gives you magnetic damage, critical damage, given a shot for status chance and direct damage per status on target. Pistol accuracy gives you the weak point damage and weak point critical chance. Multi-shot cannot be modified, so multi-shot doesn't work at all. Jolt for electricity status chance, pistol pestilence, toxin status chance, toxin and cold, electricity, gives you corrosion. Magnetic, and the weapon comes with slash and puncher. Prime target cracker for critical damage, even more critical damage, and galvanized crosshairs for critical chance while aiming. So pretty much these are the mods for the Acuity setup. For the Exos weapon adapted slot mods, it's going to be between steady hands to fix your weapon recoil. It does have an annoying recoil, you're going to see it very soon. You can also use maybe some ammo economy like prime pistol ammo mutation. But yeah, it's between these two. I will recommend steady hands because there is a small recoil, you will notice it. For the Arcane, secondary deadhead for this weapon is like really good. It also synergizes with these two, so it makes sense to use this. Easy access to 360 increased damage, headshot multiplier, and weapon recoil. All these stats really good for this weapon. The weapon comes with a really interesting passive. Hits increased critical chance and status chance for 4% for 2 seconds, stacks up 5 times. So that's 20 status and 20 critical chance. So you're like, that's horrible. It's a flat critical chance and status chance, which is good. It's one of the better passives, I will say. For the stats, fire rate is fine for this weapon type. Magazine size is good. Maximum ammo is fine, I will say. Ammo from pickup is really good. Reload speed is slightly slow. Accuracy is very high. It's a semi-automatic. Ribbon display is really good. Critical chance, critical damage, multi-shot is by far the best in slot, but not for the Acuity setup. It's better for the multi-shot setup. Critical chance is below average. Crit multi is also, I think, below average. Yep, it's kind of a massive shame. Status chance is the only good one here, and the total damage is very low. So those are the stats, the passive, the mods, the Arcane. I'm going to show you the Acuity setup in game, so in Simulacrum. I'm going to spawn level 200 steel path 4 metal group dudes, spawn them right in. Unpaused, no buffs or armor strip, just raw damage from the weapon itself. I don't know what Warframes do you guys play. So I'm going to give you a raw damage, so if you use armor stripper, you're going to armor strip to kill them faster. If you use something like Mirage or Siren, you're going to kill them fast in a different way. But yeah, once you get some deadhead stacks, you can see the butchers do die in 1 or 2 shots. This is the heavy gunner, which is kind of slowish. There are a lot of pistols that can do much more damage in a very slow time. But yeah, it's nothing mind-blowing, I will say. The Acuity setup is usable, as you can see, against the really tanky armored enemies, like these guys. Corrupted heavy gunners are really tanky. Yep. I love how these guys always love to hide here. I don't know why. The corners, I don't know, they love it. But yeah, this is the Acuity setup. It's usable, but I think the multi-shot setup is much better. You can use both if you like. It's all up to you. I don't know if you have a ribbon or not. But yeah, ribbon will help the weapon quite a lot. So that's the Acuity setup. The multi-shot setup, the mods I'm using for the multi-shot setup. So I'm not using Gunslinger, I'm using Lethal Torrent. Target Cracker get replaced with Galvanized Diffusion, and I remove Pistol Accuracy for Creeping Bullseye. Deadhead is still here, I will still recommend Steady Hands. Same passive, has multi-shot, less fire rate, more damage, and more critical chance. So this setup I will show you in game. So let us immediately start. So I'm in a steel path, corrupted, survival against the corrupted enemies. The map is called Ani, Void. And I'm going to show you the weapon here. So we're going to start not doing any damage, but once I get some deadhead stacks, there are 2 stacks there. I need 1 more. There we go. I'm using my cat to prime enemies and also to pick up stuff for me. And you can see that weapon does need like punch 2, so you can swap something for punch 2, I guess. You can remove the magnetic mod for punch 2. That might help the weapon for clear, but it's still nothing mind-blowing. A single target against the lancers, I have to shoot a couple of times to kill 1 lancer, which is kind of feels like 2015 to me. If stuff doesn't have a proper clear or doesn't one-tap level 130s, it kind of feels like the power creep on this weapon is kind of gone. But as you can still see, it does kill enemies in decent speed. There's also corrupted dudes. I'm not using any buffs or armor strip. I'm not even trying to use any of my abilities. I will use it very soon. But it's usable. Like, this weapon is usable. There are of course better options, better secondaries. We have incarnate weapons, we have tenant weapons, we have cool weapons. There are some weapons, like some primes, that are really good. My cat just died, of course. The companion rework was amazing. They still die. I mean, it's only because I don't have any clear. Now I'm going to use some buffs. I'm going to use Nourish. I'm going to use my first ability, which I'm using the Fireball Frenzy, I think it's called. Yeah, the Fireball Frenzy, which is the augment for Ember's first ability, which gives me heat damage. And I'm going to do much more damage. You can see the clear is much better. So once you use our Armor Stripper and Buffer, it does change this weapon quite a lot. But it's still nothing like mind-blowing. My third ability, there we go, Eximus Unit. I do have the magnetic damage, so magnetic is now really good against Eximus Unit. It breaks their overguard quite fast, and also procs electricity, which complements Galvanized Shot, Chevy, and also Galvanized Zap. And Condition Overlord. But yeah, it's usable, like the weapon is usable. The only downside I have is this weapon does have a brother and a sister, which is Arca Plasma or Tenet Tetron. And Arca Plasma is like top 10 best clear weapons in the entire game. And Arca Tetron is like top 3 best slammer weapons in the game. And it's one of the strongest melee weapons in the entire game right now. This thing doesn't come close to them. Like, it doesn't. This thing needs like some kind of chaining or AoE or ricochet or whatever to make this thing viable. But right now it's just like, in my definition, usable, which is like good and bad at the same time. I lost my buffs. Can armor strip a little bit. But yeah, it just doesn't do much. There isn't any mod that will make this thing like extremely powerfully clearing. Looks like I'm going to fail the mission. Yep, I'm going to fail the mission very soon. Nope, not in my watch. Quick. Come on, there we go. Use this, use this. I'll wait for the Acolyte to spawn so you can see how it works in the Acolyte. So give me a minute. Alright, here comes the Acolyte. Give myself some buffies. Nope, I don't think so. I can armor strip him by spamming my third ability. There we go. Oh, he's much stronger. Holy. Where is he? That get away from me. Oh. Not doing any damage. Where did you come from? There's so many enemies, I have no clear. I'm fighting a boss. Dude, where the fuck is this guy coming from? My head! Can't even hit him now. I need to do this. Would you die, please? Holy mother of God. Yep, it's just horrible. Get me out. Holy, that was an adventure. So yeah, that's the Arca Scisco. I hope you find some happiness with this weapon, or wait for Tenet version to bring something better, or Incarnate version. Yep, It's just there are much better options. It does exist. You can use it, but there are much better options. That's the Arca Scisco. I hope you've somehow enjoyed the build. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a like, sub, and see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.